Hey man, you know what I'm talking about? Be heard with YB, man. I'm your boy Buddbeatz. Hey man, what y'all do, man? Y'all go subscribe to me on YouTube at Buddbeatz, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all that at Buddbeatz, Buddbeatz. You know what I'm talking about? Go hit that subscribe button, man. Be heard by YB, man. Y'all know what's going on, man. We running this shit 2025.
Welcome to Be Heard with your boy YB, man. We back in the building for a second season. It's an amazing show. I got my man Buddbeatz back in the building with me, man. This is a special event. Come on, y'all. Y'all gotta talk to me. Come on. I got Bud in the building. Come on now. We got some shit to talk about. We got a lot to discuss.
Okay,
We got a lot that's going on.
you did.
We got the big man back in office. We got Trump back in here.
Yep.
We got planes falling out the sky. We got executive orders being passed. DEI that associates with race, religion, and what you believe in. They can deny you a job. We got a lot going on, man. We here to talk about this shit with Bud. Bud has a unique perspective. I love his perspective. I had to bring him back for a second season of the show, man. We here in Dallas. I just want y'all to know this. Shout out to Dallas one more time, man. We gonna have to go ahead.
Life's been okay.
Okay.
Aside for all the stuff you just named.
Yeah, it's definitely been a time in life.
It is what it is. Sometimes, the ride's gonna be bumpy.
Right. Right.
That don't
Okay.
mean you get off the ride. That just means hold on.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So overall perspective is that life is life. Life is doing good.
Man, a lot of this stuff is already wrote.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was already prepared. It's being prepared. But, if you're not keen or you're not keen to it or not paying attention, you wouldn't think so. You'll think it's all just happening.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But nah,
Right.
it's definitely pre-wrote, pre-planned, you know what I'm saying? So, like I say, you just got to ride the ride.
Right. Most would say that, to be aligned with what you're talking about, they'll say that we on some conspiracy things. They say they'll say it's a conspiracy theory. They will say that, nothing is connected. They'll say that, okay, everything maybe it is a coincidence. That's what they would say. That's just the normal line of thinking. But we have a unique perspective and we have a unique way of thinking. And I think, like you think, that everything is connected in a way. But when it comes to certain things that's happening today, I feel like, this is where this conversation is gonna come in at.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I got you here.
Okay.
So we're gonna get this going now.
Okay.
First of all, we got Trump.
Donald Trump.
YouTube already told me, look, we will flag you if you talk negative about it.
Now-
I'm not gonna talk negative about Trump. I just want to say one thing that I have noticed, and I noticed that Trump was inaugurated on Martin Luther King Day, MLK Day. What do you think about that?
Like I said, a lot of this stuff is pre-wrote. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that go into play with that. You know what I mean? It's a now, okay.
Sensitive, but not sensitive.
It's very,
sensitive, but not sensitive.
Right, because it's like, all right, okay, yeah. He's inaugurated on Martin Luther King Day. And today, not today, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. On the 1st, he's taking away the days.
Right.
Of Black History Month, National Women's Day, of course, the LGBTQ, they day. He's trying to abolish the days, which technically means Martin Luther King Day is probably going to be based on that too.
Right.
So it's all like crazy, but oh man, it's a lot that's going on with Trump. That's that a lot of people don't realize that it's already was set. Like there was no way they were gonna let Kamala win.
Right. Look, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm glad you said something like that, right? Because what you think? You think I'm just saying, like, why wouldn't they not? I wouldn't even say that it's that. Do you think it was America's choice at the end of the day? I'm just saying, like,
It's never America's
different
choice.
So it's never the people's choice.
Never people's choice.
So it's their choice.
Their choice, definitely.
Whoever they is.
Yeah, but you know, if I make you feel like you have an option,
then we'll give you hope.
you know,
We got to keep listening.
hope.
Come on now, talk to me.
Is you know, we live in a hopeful world. We hope, but you know that don't necessarily mean that that's how it's gonna go.
Right.
Because you know, at the end of the day, you know, the United States is a corporation.
Right.
It's not a country. It's not.
Right. It's a big business.
It's a business.
Right.
It's ran off of money. So we need the money to stay coming. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, let alone let a woman be president. But a woman that has any inkling of black, they're not going to let her be president.
Right.
You're going to definitely let a white woman do it.
You think there was controversy when they was like, "Oh, Kamala not black. She not a black woman.
Yeah,
she
they-
this, she that." But
they
if
say that,
you got hue in your blood, what are you? What are you?
Man, you know.
You black, right? You got any type of hue in your blood, what are you?
Man,
I'm just saying from like
One
perspective.
thing about it is,
Right.
black people are the oldest living creatures on this planet.
Right. I agree with that. I agree with that 100%.
Like, you know, but they are writing our story. That's all I'm gonna say is they. They are writing our story. So when they control the history and they control what you know, there's gonna always be, you know, what, you know, but what if that ain't true? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, it's already wrote out. It's already preset. You know, this country is ran by Jews, bro. So
Right.
it's all business.
Right.
So I don't know what Kamala's background is with that, but and I don't really vote. I don't vote. I've never voted.
Right.
But back in high school, I did a paper on the president.
Right.
And when I realized that the president doesn't even really
Make the decisions. Right.
It drew me to be like, well, why is this person even in a position? Well, that's because you need a face.
Right.
You need something that people can hope for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I watched a video
I
a couple of days ago. I'm sorry, I ain't trying to cut you.
No,
off.
go
I
ahead,
watched
go
a
ahead.
video, and this guy was a Jamaican guy.
Right.
And he told the man, he say, belief is a doubt.
Mm-hmm. Why you think he'll say belief is a doubt though?
Because it is. Because you can't. Would you believe something you know? You can't. As belief is a doubt. If you know it, you know it.
You know it.
You don't
right.
believe it. You know it.
Right.
You can only believe in what you don't know.
It's like if water touched me, I'm getting wet. I believe it and I know that to be true, right?
You believe in God?
100%. I believe in the Creator.
Have you ever met him?
Never met him.
But you know you black.
I know I'm black. But the thing is, though.
But I can't. You can't say I believe I'm black. I know I'm black.
I know I'm black.
That.
You're right. But let me say this though. I'm glad you said that because if we talking about perception of color is a color, right? How am I supposed to perceive my tone as a color in the first place? Not saying that, but let me go deeper. Let me just go deeper though. When we talk God, in essence, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I might not have met him, but have I ever felt him? Have I ever felt?
Yeah, but it's
You feel
still
what I mean?
a belief.
It is.
It's not knowing because you don't. You know you can only know what you know, what you
Right.
see, what you touch, what you feel.
Right.
And you know that.
Right.
You know
That's
what
why
I'm saying?
religion gonna always fall up under the
Exactly, because
the category of belief.
and hope.
Right. Right. I feel
The
you.
country is ran on what?
Hope.
And religion.
Right.
Oh, some shit that's a doubt.
Right. It's a cold game.
It's cold, bro.
It's a cold game.
It's deep. It's deep. That's why.
But
I say,
that's why I take deep thinkers.
Yeah.
That's why I take people that think like you think.
Surface level.
Right. But there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people. A lot of people surface level. A lot of people don't really do the research or take the time to go into depths about certain things. You get what I mean?
Information is very important.
Yeah, it's super important. It's the only way you're gonna be able to trail through life. It's the only way you're gonna be able to find a route on what you need to do.
You know, you can't find an encyclopedia past the 1950s.
I never even tried to find one past the 1950s.
Yeah.
I would just keep learning.
Any encyclopedia that was created before like the 1950s has been destroyed.
Right.
Because they only want us to know what they want us to know.
And then I take it like this too. I'm keeping it 100. I was talking to my professor, right?
Right.
And he teach intercultural communication.
Okay.
And I was talking to him about as far as like he always give us like different definitions of words, like each time that we in class, each day. He give us a different definition of a word and what the terms mean. And then this one word came across the screen in particular. I can't think to the exact point what it was, but it just ran my imagination, right? So I just went to him, I was like, okay, today in 2025, that word means this, right? But if we take it back, okay, 20 years ago, that word didn't mean that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say the word on her because, YouTube flag us, but one word meant something that pertained to a cigarette back then that pertains to a race of people today. You get what I'm saying? And in their culture and the way that they do things, you know what I mean? Which is in the LGBTQ community. So that term was related to that, which is something you smoke. Yeah. But today is for something else that'll get you flagged over social media. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So you saying that when they abolished all these encyclopedias back in 1950s, like you can't find them past the 1950s, I probably would understand that certain terms that we talk about and we say sometimes have way more deeper meaning, right?
Right.
To their terminology, and we use those same words carelessly, because I think that words are like the form of the universe. Like if God spoke into existence through words, life into people, right? What does that power of words have for you? You know what I'm saying? I think we talked about this on our last episode, season 1. We talked about what the power of words was.
But that's, the language we speak was created.
Right.
Now, the universal language, and I've been kind of looking more into this over the last few years, it's tonal. It's very more tonal. If you ever listen to Africans and Japanese people, like it's more like the
sound.
Tone, even if it's a word that come out with it, it's still a tone that comes with it.
Right.
That's the universal language, like sound. Like, you know what I mean? Like sound, like understanding sound is important. Right. Like hertz and shit like that, because words are meaningless, honestly. Because as you just said, they can change.
Right.
We can have a meaning to a word today, and then 30 years from now, it does not mean that.
Right.
Just like you say that one word meant something way back in the day, and now you can't even say it probably.
Right. And it's crazy because it just clicked on me when you just said that, because sound really never changed.
It never changed.
And then it never changed the feeling either. Because have you ever heard something that sounds some way and then make you feel some type of way from a certain point in time? Yeah. Like this shit never changed.
Because it's vibrations, bro. Like I literally watched a video this morning on like vibrations and sounds can move shit like telepathically, not telepathically, but right. Like they show like rocks that would get lifted, and like hover, because of the sound. It's like when you get a system in your car. Mm-hmm. We from the South. Mm-hmm. We see niggas get banged in the trunk all the time, right? Right. But you ever see that trunk be? But that bitch is solid. Right. So how is it doing that? The sound. Sound waves are very powerful. So, like tonal music, like I said, if you listen to older music of like our ancestors, like all that shit was, it's all vibrations. It ain't just necessarily words. That plays a part in even today's music. Hits are only melodies.
Right.
Say anything.
You right about that.
You can say anything.
Because there was plenty of times I recall, I'm like, what the hell am I listening to?
What are you?
But it's the melody you like.
Yeah.
You just bobbing to it, you know what I mean? And then for y'all who don't know, once again, if you was to go back to season 1, season 2, Bud is a producer. So sound and sound waves, this is something that I for sure know he knows, you know what I mean? But it also got something to do with like the meaning of life, the essence, you know what I'm saying?
Everything, man.
The person, the body, the spirit. That's the strongest force on the earth, if you ask me.
It is.
Sound.
It is. Sound. It's crazy, you know what I mean? It's you ever saw Black Panther?
Yeah.
You ever saw the second one?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember I just seen it recently too though. I know I'm horrible, but I just seen it recently, but it's a part on there where they was on like an oil rig.
Right.
And it's some, creatures of the sea or
Right,
whatever.
right. And they had to use the sound
They were
of
singing.
Right.
And their singing made them niggas kill it. Made those guys. We cut that out.
Hey man, you can say, hey,
made those guys.
Welcome to Be Here YB.
Made those guys kill themselves though.
Right.
That kind of explains everything I'm saying. Like that's how powerful that shit is. And they wasn't saying words, nigga. They just making it's that tone. That if you're not paying attention, like nigga say.
Right.
This shit serious. Yeah, man, be here where I be. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, we just deep.
Language, man.
Listen, we just deep dive, man. We deep dive into everything that we feel like that need to be discussed. We talk about everything we feel like that needs to be brought to the attention of our people or the masses in a whole perspective. You know what I mean? And when I come here and I talk to people like Bud, you know what I mean? I just look into to pick their brain because he has a unique brain and has a unique mindset on thinking about different things. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
So whatever we talk about here on this show, you best believe is legitimately legit, and you can go find and research it for yourself. You dig what I mean? So, we out here in this world, and there's a lot going on, So we all got to pay attention to what it is that we want to, manifest within our life, but we got to also be aware of the energies and the certain frequencies that might come into our life and fuck our energy up. Negative energy fucks up everything. And you got to know who people is you keep around you. So that's going to bring us to the next topic. We're going to talk relationship, people, and goals. You get what I mean? So we're going to talk about, as a person, as a being. In today's time, how do you got to formulate the people around you, your circle, your energy, and how you got to keep yourself on point with, what you got to do for day to day?
All that, how they pleasurize that day ones, my day ones, man. Look,
I'm glad you're talking on this.
Man,
come on
sometimes your day ones aren't always for your come up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They might be for you. They might believe in you, but man, like you say, certain energies and certain frequencies, man, you have to dismiss yourself.
I'm glad we touched on this. Come on, keep it going, baby. Let's go.
So, just because I was in the sandbox with you, or, just because I was in the trenches with you, when I'm trying to come out the trenches, sometimes I might not be moving as fast as you move, and you might not be moving as fast as I'm moving.
Exactly.
But some people aren't. They're not comfortable with change. So when it's changing, they get scared. They start doing stuff, out of fright.
Right.
Because some people really be wanting to be there, but some people don't deserve to be there.
Let me ask you
this. I don't know. It's a lot that goes into it, but for me, I keep I know a lot of people, but I keep a real small circle. I don't mess with certain people. And the reason I do that is because, I don't have enough energy to exert onto other people or for other people, because some people are energy vultures. They need your energy to thrive, but you can't be taking my energy if I'm trying to exert my energy to what I have to do.
Exactly. Let me ask you this, bud.
Go ahead.
Because I want a personal insight. I just gotta ask you this: why I got you in my presence, right? So, loving, caring, kind. You care for people, right?
Right.
And then you want the best for people also, right?
Always.
So, me being in my personal state, I want the best for people.
Right.
So I always go outside of the lines, like, to make sure that my people be able to, like, have the same type of areas of prosperity that I have. You feel? So I try to make sure that they in the lane where they can do a little bit of just something of what I'm doing to make sure they can have for themselves, right?
That can be draining.
I know, right? But I gotta ask you this though: have you ever reached? I know. Do you think it come with like age and getting older and becoming like more mature, to where you just realize that, no matter how much you care for somebody, no matter how much you want somebody to be in a certain position, like, do it ever get to the point where it hurts you, to like to see that they ain't gonna never just get it together, like, or they never got it to the point where they can get to where you at or you're trying to get to? You know what I mean? Because I struggle with it personally. You feel me?
It's definitely a serious feeling, and it's hard to deal with. But bro, on some just being real, they have to want it.
Right.
And if they don't want it, like, you can't let them not wanting it affect you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not a bad thing, you know what I mean? But it just feel like that because we all want to see, like I say, the people we come up around, the people we care for, we want to see them all win, bro. But everybody's story is their story.
Right.
And your story is your story.
Right.
So, I can't count on YB for Bud to be successful.
Right.
And you can't count on me for you to be successful. You have to do what you got to do, and I got to do what I got to do. Now, if we come up and then we come together in the end, that's cool. But we got to both, as an adult, you got to have your own thing going. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, right now as we speak, man, it's a million things going on.
Right.
It's a million things going on, and everybody got to care for themselves.
Right.
Like, yeah, we can show support to other people and help, but at the end of the day, they're still responsible for their come up, they gain in life. Cause man, bro, I ain't gonna lie, like, just I'm one of those people where I stick my hand out a lot and try to help. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, I always get hurt. Mm-hmm. And I'm always sitting back and I'm always looking like how I get the short end of the stick. But, it's like, if I don't do it, who else gonna do it? But, who else's responsibility is it? It's not mine.
I mean,
I'm just getting to that now. I'm
right. But
grown as a mother.
as raw as this is, right? We got our communities, and then we got us as a people, right? So we relate to each other, we connect with each other. See, me being cross country, somewhere else where the demographic ain't like where I'm from.
Right.
Shit, everything I see was black. You know what I'm saying? From firefighters to police officers, whatever.
Right.
Coming from the area we come from, but being somewhere else where it's the opposite of this, and I have to be culturally diverse. How can we not feel emotionally responsible for our people? But the thing about it is, the way that we be feeling, like, how you said, like, okay, at the end, when I reach my hand now, I end up getting hurt. It be people like us. That's like, got to be the ones that actually, still feel like that. Because if we just disappear, then it's like all hope is lost for us as a people. You know what I'm saying? So we really key to a lot of shit that go on. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to keeping shit together and keeping shit vibrant. You feel what I mean?
You know, but just as much as we get hurt for sticking our hand out, we gonna get our blessings for that too. Mm-hmm. Because the energy you put out is what you get back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, I ain't just saying I'm not gonna help you, but at the same time, bro, like, I have to be selfish for me.
I think I said that before too.
Yeah, I have to be selfish for me.
And they try to make selfishness seem like a negative thing for us, but sometimes it's positive because it's what you got to do for yourself for you to get in line, right?
I have to be selfish to be able to give myself the opportunity to help you.
Right.
You know, and you know, I'm gonna tell you what I've learned over the years, just like recently. It's like we get hurt when we help the closest ones to us. Mm-hmm. When we help people we don't know, for some reason, for them it hit harder. Like they love it. They like it's a blessing.
Right.
And we don't get that same energy from the people that we help. Mm-hmm. They almost look like you obligated to do it. You supposed to do this for me. No, I'm not.
I'm not.
I'm doing it because I want to see you do better. Mm-hmm. But it's like, you know, bro, it's you know, this world is crazy and the way people think is crazy. And the way that they're dishing out information, that affects how people receive information. There's a lot going on. And right now, we just need to be prepared as a culture.
Right.
Because there's going to be a lot of shifts happening within the next year to 10 years.
Right.
There's going to be a lot of changes happening. There's going to be a lot of things happen. And if we don't stick together as a culture, I ain't just saying as family and friends or people you care about, but just black people in general. Like Hispanic people in general. Like it's just any minority group at this time, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? You see they got ICE hitting.
Right, hard.
ICE hitting hard.
Hard.
You know, then like you say, the DEI,
DEI, right.
Like when you know, certain companies coming out saying we ain't hiring Hispanics. What?
Right. Target number one.
This whole man,
we gonna say them out loud, you know.
This whole South End, bro, is all built by Hispanics, man. All this was built by Mexicans and Hispanics. All this down here. I can't speak about what happened up north.
Right.
But I know down here, all this is really, Texas is really Mexico.
Right. I agree with that. I agree with that 100% for my life. I done been here a long time, man. I done came back and forth, you know, did a lot of things, but I for sure have learned a lot about the Hispanic culture, and you know, just by living around them and actually having them like intertwined with my family and the people that I know and love. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, brothers and sisters, cousins, you know, they act like us, they come like us. Like I be trying to tell, like they us. Goddamn. That's what y'all need. Y'all fail to realize y'all see color so much that y'all gotta understand and understand like the vibration and the vibes of family structure and how people come. Mexicans treat their cousins like we treat our cousins. They brothers like we treat our brothers. They sisters like we treat our sisters, uncles, aunties, and so forth and so on. Their family dynamic is so relatable. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then if you go into other cultures, they don't even see each other outside the immediate family like we see each other. We can see our first, second, and third cousins in deep depth. Yeah. They can't do that. Other people can't do that. Hey, man, once again, man, catch us, man. You did, because it don't stop, baby. In a minute, though. Subscribe to the channel once again. Like, subscribe, love, share. Do all of the above. Be here, YB. We out.
Be here, YB.
You did.